Oh, I hope Gautam is here. You're on mute, by the way. Stoichiometric calculation. Okay. Now, what is stoichiometry? What is stoichiometric calculation? See, in chemistry, what do we study? In chemistry, we study the change of, essentially, the change of matter. Okay, the change of matter. Now, whenever there will be a change, there will be initial stage, there will be a final stage, right? Yes or no? There will be an initial stage whenever there is a change, and there will be a final stage. Now, there are a few things that we want to study about this initial stage. This initial stage, we want to study what is this initial stage. The next thing is how much. Now, this is a very basic example of initial state, but most of the times what we have a few things in this initial state. Let us say that is A and B. And in the final stage, we have C and D. Now, we have learned about what. For example, we have learned that it can be some solution. We have learned that it can be some solution. It can also be some elements. It can be molecules. It can be compounds. But how much? We have also learned that. For example, how many moles? What is the molarity? And what will be the atomic mass of these initial stage things? Now, these initial stage things, we call this as reactants. And these are known as products. Now, stoichiometry deals with the ratio of reactants and to which the products will be formed. Now, how much of A is one thing, but how much of A per molecule of B? Okay, so we will be dealing here with ratios of reactants and the products. Okay, ratios of the reactants and the products. Basic idea about stoichiometric calculation, what we will be doing here. So we are in chemistry, we study about change. In change, there is an initial stage and the final stage. Now, out of both these stages, we will have a few substances. We have learned about those substances. They can be elements, they can be compounds, they can be molecules, right? And we have also studied about how much they will be present in order to predict how much they will produce after a particular change. Now, those how much is related to atomic mass, mole concept, okay, complete mole concept. Then also the solution molarity, molality, mole fraction, etc. Now we want to study how much of A will react with how much of B. Okay, so please write with me. Deals with stoichiometric calculation. It deals with the amount of reactant and product. Amount of reactant and product that are being consumed and produced respectively in a chemical reaction. In a chemical reaction. Okay. Now, as of now, please stop writing anything and listen. We will have a reaction. Let us start with the reaction. That is carbon plus oxygen. Any guesses, Heshma? What would it produce?
Carbon dioxide.
Very good. So, by the way, did you get the recording for Vesper theory?
No, sir. I got a lecture from YouTube, so I watched that.
My lecture or which lecture?
No. It's
Other
a different. Yeah.
different lecture. Okay. So nobody sent you the lecture for Vesper theory?
No, sir. I didn't receive anything.
You didn't receive anything? Okay. Right. Carbon plus oxygen, it will give you carbon dioxide. Now, there are a few perspective on viewing. Gautam, are you present? I cannot hear anything from you. Yes, Gautam? Okay, it seems Gautam is not present. Okay. So carbon and oxygen will give you carbon dioxide. There are a few pictures that I want you to conquer. First is the molecular picture. So in molecular picture, we have one molecule of carbon reacting with one molecule of oxygen, and it is giving me how many carbon dioxide, Heshma?
One, no, yeah, one.
Yeah, one carbon dioxide, right? Now, for example, if I ask you, don't write anything, okay? If I ask you, if I have 100 carbon molecules, 100 oxygen molecules, then how many carbon dioxide will be made?
200.
200. Why 200? So here we
No,
have
100.
100, no? 100. If I have 200 carbon, 200 oxygen, then how many carbon dioxide?
200.
200. Now, if I have 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 carbon, 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 oxygen, then how many carbon dioxide? The same amount, right? 6.022 into 10 to the power 23 carbon dioxide molecules, right? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, this is just the extension of the molecular picture. The molar picture, what we say as molar picture, okay? So in terms of mole, if I want to write this reaction in terms of moles, then how will I write this? 1 mole of carbon will react with 1 mole of oxygen, and it will give me 1 mole of, okay, 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Now, please keep this in mind that reaction doesn't happen in terms of grams. Please repeat it with me. Reaction does not happen in terms of grams. Reaction
Does not happen in terms of grams.
it happens either in terms of molecules or number of moles. Either in terms of molecules or number of moles, right? Because the molecules are reacting. If you look at the very small picture, molecules are reacting, and one molecule mass picture, then we can say that what is the mass of 1 mole of carbon, Heshma? What is the mass of 1 mole of carbon?
12 gram
12
per mole.
grams. Very, yeah. That
Sir,
Hishma, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
But is the voice lagging?
Yeah, sir, your voice is lagging. It's breaking in between.
Okay, wait a second. What are still break? Yes, Hishma, is it still breaking? Is it still lagging?
Now it's okay.
No, it's okay. Acha. So did you write the definition for stoichiometric calculation?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just let me know if my voice starts to lag or something like this. Please let me know. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So we were learning about the different pictures of a particular chemical reaction that we can understand. So carbon plus O2 is giving me carbon dioxide, and we first saw the molecular picture. So in molecule, if we have one molecule of carbon, one molecule of oxygen, I will get one molecule of carbon dioxide. Similarly, if I have the molar picture, in mole, this will be 1 mole, will react with 1 mole of oxygen, and it will give me 1 mole of carbon dioxide. Now, then from mole, we can only extract the mass picture. Okay. So what is the mass of 1 mole? We will not look here now. We will look at the moles. Now, what is 1 mole? 1 mole is 12 grams, right? Just 12 grams. What is the mass of 1 mole of O2? Also remember, please, here we have O2, it is not oxygen, right? So we will have to look at the mass of O2. So what will be the mass of O2? 1 mole of O2. 1 oxygen is 16. So 2 oxygen, it will be 32. And this carbon is again 12 plus 32, it will give me 44 grams. Okay. Now, copy this and please let me know if you have any doubts regarding this molecular picture, molar picture. Okay. And let me know if you're done writing.
Done, sir.
Done. Okay, great. Now we can have some different type of reactions also. For example, okay, let us have H2 plus O2 will give me H2O. The most important thing is that whenever you want to write the mole picture or the mass picture or the molecule picture, whenever you want to write these pictures, you have to first balance the chemical reaction. Now, please tell me, is this chemical reaction balanced?
No.
No, it is not balanced, right? So what should I do? There are 2 oxygen in the reactant side. There should be 2 oxygens in the product side. Now there are 2 oxygens in the product side, but there are now 4 hydrogens in the product side. So I will have to do 2 here. That will make 4 hydrogens in the reactant and the product. One oxygen molecule, that means 2 oxygen atoms in the reactant, 2 oxygen atoms in the product. Now, what should I write here? Tell me in molecule. How many H2?
2 molecules of H2.
Very good.
And 1 molecule of O2, 2 molecules of H2O.
Very good. Now, what about the molar picture? What should I write in moles? How many moles?
2 moles of H2 and 1 mole of O2 will give 2 mole of H2O.
Give 2 moles of H2. Very good. Now, tell me the mass picture here.
4 grams.
Yes, 4 grams. Very good.
And 32 grams.
32 grams. Very good.
36.
36 grams. Yeah. Water is 18. So 2 molecules of water, that will give you 36 grams. Now, we have this as gas, right? O2 is also a gas. Now, when we will react this H2 and O2, we will get water vapors. That will also be gas, right? Now, when these are gases, we know that when mole is there and when gas is there, so we can have the molar volume wala relationship, right? We can have the relationship of molar volume, and hence we can also extract information about the volume only when we have gases, right? In the previous example, see, this carbon is a solid, so we cannot write the gases informations here. Although oxygen is a gas and carbon dioxide is a gas, but still we have carbon, which is a solid. That is why we didn't write any volume picture. We didn't wrote any volume picture. Now we can write the volume picture, right? So we have 2 moles of H2. So that will be how many what will be the volume? If there are 2 moles of H2. Do you remember molar volume? Molar volume is the volume occupied by 1 mole of gas, right? Yes, yes, Hishma?
Yes, sir.
And this molar volume is how much? Molar volume is equal to 22.4 liter, right?
Yes.
So whatever the gas be, if I have 1 mole of any gas, that will be equal to how much? 22.4 liter. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes. So if I have 22.4 liters, and how many moles do I have? 2 moles, right? I have 2 moles of H2. So this will be 2 into 22 point. That 22.2 will be having 2 into 22.4 liters. Now at STP is something that you have to keep in the back of your mind. Now for oxygen, how many? What will be the volume for oxygen?
2 into 22.4.
We have one mole now. You have to keep the molar picture in mind. Okay, everything whatever we are extracting, it is from the molar picture. Okay, so we have how many moles of oxygen? 1 mole now.
1.
So
Yeah.
that will be how many? What will be the volume now?
22.4.
22.4 liters and at STP. Now, what will be the volume for H2O?
2 into 22.4 liters.
Very good. 2 into 22.4 liters at STP. Now, please write this, and now I will give you a question, and you will have to tell me about the molecular picture, molar picture, mass picture, and the volume picture. Okay?
Okay, sir. Done, sir.
I'm really sorry, Heshma. I don't know why this is happening today. Khair. It is always getting disconnected. So, were you able to write the reaction? We have H2 plus O2.
Yeah, I wrote.
You wrote it, okay. So, can I give you a question now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, clear. Let us have the preparation of ammonia. N2 plus H2 will give me NH3. So, can you balance this and tell me the different pictures? Molecular. This is also gas. This is also a gas, and this is also a gas. So we will look at the molar picture, then we will look at the mass picture, then we will look at the volume picture.
So it should be 3H2
Mhm.
and
And
2NH3.
very good, 2NH3.
One molecule, no, 2 molecules of N2.
One molecule. See this, whatever this stoichiometric coefficient is, na, you will copy that only. Okay, you don't have to worry about the molecular picture. That will be 1, this will be 3, and this will be 2. Right? N2 gas, 2 molecules of nitrogen. Now, okay, nitrogen and N2. Do you know the difference between these two?
No.
Okay, so when I write nitrogen like this, it is one element, atom. Okay, the atom nitrogen, its molar mass is equal to how much? It is equal to 14 grams per mole. Now, when I write N2, that means it has 2 molecules of nitrogen like this. This is one molecule. This complete one molecule. Okay, this is a molecule. What will be the molar mass of this molecule? It will be this nitrogen is 14, this nitrogen is 14. That will be total of 28 grams per mole. Okay, so nitrogen is like water. Water is also a molecule, and this N2 is also a molecule. Okay, it has been made up of more than one atoms. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so this will be one molecule. Okay, one molecule, as it was the case for H2 also, right? 3H2. Yeah. Then molar picture will also be the same. 1, 3, and 2. Right. This will be 1 mole. This will be 3 mole. And this will be 2 mole. Right.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. You will tell me the mass picture now. Take your time.
Mass is 14 into 2, 28.
Very good. 28 grams for nitrogen. What about hydrogen?
It will be 6 grams per mole.
Very good. 6 grams per mole. What about NH3?
$34 grams.
Yeah. 17 into 2. That is 34 grams. What about volume picture?
22.4 liter.
22.4 liters. Very good.
3
For H2, it
into
will be how much?
22.4.
Very good. What about NH3?
2 into 22.4.
2 into 22.4 liters. Very good. Okay. Now, let us get to the next concept is about. Okay. So,
I didn't hear what you said. Your voice was breaking.
is it still? Okay. I guess it will be fine now. Is it fine now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Carbon. There is one molecule. Okay. We have one molecule of carbon, but we have two molecules of O2. Okay. This is one molecule. We have two molecules of O2. Now, what do you think? How many molecules of carbon dioxide will be made? How many molecules of carbon dioxide will be made? Any guesses?
One molecule.
Only one molecule, right? Only one molecule of carbon dioxide will be made, because this carbon will either this oxygen, let's suppose it reacted with this oxygen, and it will get one molecule of carbon dioxide, and this O2 was, yeah, this O was being unreacted. Now, I will ask you one question. Is carbon completely reacted? Is carbon completely reacted, or is there any carbon left? No, no.
No, sir.
So we will say, yeah, carbon is completely reacted. Yes, carbon is completely reacted. Also, one more thing. We have two reactants here, carbon molecule and the oxygen, right? Carbon and oxygen. And we get only one molecule of carbon dioxide. We get only one molecule of carbon dioxide. Now, please listen to this question very carefully. Who is the culprit here? Because of whom we are getting less carbon dioxide? If we look at the complete picture here, there are two molecules of oxygen, right? If there are two molecules of oxygen, we would be hoping that we will be getting two molecules of carbon dioxide also. But the culprit here is what? The culprit here is carbon. This carbon is less. That is why it is limiting the production of carbon dioxide. Yes or no? It is limiting the production
Yes.
of carbon dioxide. So that is why anything, and the what is the identification of what will be the limiting substance which will be limiting the production of carbon dioxide, or which will be limiting the production of products? That species which gets completely consumed, which gets completely reacted, limits the production of products. So here carbon is limiting. In this example, what is limiting? Carbon is limiting. And those species which limit the production of those species which limit the production of products, they are known as limiting reagent. They are known as what, Hishma?
Limiting reagent.
Limiting reagent. Okay. You have understood limiting reagent, what's there, how to identify it. So please write this with me. Hana? Please write this with me. What will be a limiting reagent? The reagent which gets completely consumed, right? The reagent which gets complete consumed is called limiting reagent. Is called limiting reagent. Now, a few points from me. First of all, the question when we will determine the limiting reagent. Okay, so right, limiting reagent is determined only when the amount of two or more reactant is given. If the amount of two or more reactant is given, only then we will find the limiting reagent. Why? Because we have to see the ratio. Now we have to compare here initially example, because we saw, okay, one molecule of carbon dioxide is there, but two molecules of oxygen is there. Only there the carbon limit. We have only one molecule of carbon dioxide, and I don't know how many molecules of oxygen is there. Then how can I say that which is the culprit or what is the culprit, right? So here we will determine limiting reagent only when two or more amount of two or more reactant is given. Right? That you have already understood is that limiting amount of product formed. Okay, because as we saw, according to the reaction, carbon plus did my voice lag again?
A little bit in between.
A little. Now, if you see this reaction, in this reaction, we can say, I mean, the amount of oxygen we have, the number of molecules of oxygen we will have, that much amount of carbon dioxide we will be getting, right? But we saw that in our reaction, no, oxygen was not determining the amount of product. What was determining? Carbon was determining, because carbon had one molecule of carbon, but when we had two molecules of oxygen, still then, which is determining the amount of product, carbon is determining the amount of product. Because if we were to determine the amount of product from oxygen, then we would have said, okay, fine, one molecule of oxygen gives one molecule of carbon dioxide. That is the two molecules of oxygen will give me two molecules of carbon dioxide. But no, Here we have carbon as a limiting reagent. So carbon is the one which is determining the amount of product. We have one molecule of carbon, that is why we have one molecule of carbon dioxide. Okay, please write this now. Let me know when you are done. We will start with some questions.
Done, sir.
Done. Okay, great. Write the question. Two moles of H2. 2 moles of H2 reacts with 8 moles of O2. 2 moles of H2 reacts with 8 moles of H2. Calculate the amount of H2O form. Okay, calculate the amount of H2O form. Now, don't worry, you will just guide me. Okay, I will ask you a question and you just keep answering me. Okay, first of all, the first thing that we have to do whenever we have been given a particular reaction in which reaction is happening and we have been asked to calculate the amount of product or the amount of reactant that has been used, we will write the chemical equation first. That is H2 plus O2 will give me. Now, when we will balance this, I will get 2 H2 here and I will get 4 here, right? Hishma?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, once we have written this, and see, we have done a few problems, right, in which we saw the molar picture, the molecular picture. Now, whenever I will write the reaction, in your head, I hope that automatically you can see a few information, hidden informations. For example, how many moles of hydrogen will be needed? What will be the mass from this? The amounts of hydrogen and the amounts of oxygen also. So
Your voice is lagging.
My voice is lagging. I don't know why this is happening today. I took a class in the evening. I mean, Indian evening, and it was fine. Now it is. Is it okay now?
But can you speak once again?
Yes. Is it okay now?
Yeah.
2 moles of hydrogen. So, what we will do? I'm asking, should we determine the limiting reagent in this question or not? Yes or no?
No.
Why no?
Because 2 moles of H2 and 1 mole of O2 is giving 2 moles of H2.
Yeah, that is the reaction. That is chemical reaction. That is the ideal case. Okay, but is for us whether to determine the limiting region in a particular question or not. Our criteria is that. What is our criteria? When do we determine the limiting reagent in a particular question?
2 or more amount of 2 or more substances given.
Amount of 2 or more reactant is. Yes. Hello. Am I audible?
So your voice is lagging.
Not. I want to cry now. Still lagging?
Now it's okay, but in between it lags.
In between it, okay. It must be still lagging, I guess. Reshma, till now. What about now? Still lagging?
Yeah, it's okay. I can understand what you're saying, but it's not that clear.
Breaking or is there some noise?
Sorry?
Is it breaking or is there some noise?
No, there's no noise. It's lagging.
Maybe it is down here. That's why it is happening now. So it was fine till now, but it was fine.
So I could not hear anything.
But yeah, wait a while. Was it not still lagging? Or is there any improvement? No,
Yes, sir, there is improvement.
there is improvement.
No,
So
again.
what I'm going to do, I'm right. Did you write the question?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Now it must be okay, right? Oh,
No.
yes, Reshma, tell me.
Now,
No,
okay. Now, okay.
please don't. Okay, fine. Chalo, ठीक है. So in limiting reagent, we said that whenever there is amount of two or more reactants given, we will
Again, sir.
two of the reactants, right? Yes or no?
So I could not hear what you said.
Why? It's still lagging?
It is coming and going in between.
Maybe it must be.
Recording in progress.
Yes, Heshma, is it still lagging?
No, now it's not.
Now it's not, no? Okay. Let me do a few more things. I don't know why, what is happening. Okay. It is getting again disconnected now. Still, when my voice is fine, still getting. Okay. We are going to find the limiting reagent. Okay. We are going to find the limiting reagents. We have 2 moles of H2 plus 1 mole of O2 will give me 2 moles of H2O. Right. And given is that we have 2 moles of H2 and 8 moles of O2. Now, we will find the limiting reagent because we have been given 2 reactants, the amount of 2 reactants. Now, for limiting reagent, what we have to write? We have to write the form statements. Okay, what statements? Sorry, not form statements. We have to write the need statements. Form statements, and we will write the product need statements. Okay, these need statements. Once you write the chemical equation, once you have the number of moles, then you will write the need statement. Now, the first statement in the need statement will be according to the, you will write according to chemical equation. Okay, the chemical equation that has been written here, according to this, 2 moles of H2 2 moles of H2 needs how many moles of 2 moles of H2 needs dash moles of O2. According to chemical equation, you will not see the question now. Okay, you're not looking at the question now because whatever reaction happens, it happens to this chemical equation. H2 needs dash mole of O2. Tell me, 2 moles of H2 will need how many moles of O2? We have written no? The molar picture. Very good. 1 mole of O2. Now, similarly, 1 mole of H2 needs how many moles of O2? It is just like saying 2 kids need 1 kg of, let us say, biryani. Okay, then 1 kid will need how many kgs of biryani?
0.5.
0.5, na? So 1 by 2, right? Similarly, here also 2 moles of H2 needs 1 mole of O2, and 1 mole of H2 will need how many moles? How many moles of O2? Half moles of O2. First statement you will write according to the chemical equation. The second equation you will write will be the unitary method, right? This is the unitary method. Now, if we knew about X number, then we can calculate about how much is needed for 1. This is the for 1 mole, you will calculate for 1 mole. And the third one will be from the question that is given. So how many moles is given in question? 2 moles now?
Yeah.
So again, now, according to this, 2 moles of H2 needs 1 mole of O2, right? You will just look at the H2. The first thing, whatever you are writing in the same way, 2 moles of H2 needs 1 mole of O2, correct? Yes or no? Now, I have written 2 kids need 1 kg, 1 kid needs half kg. Then again, I'm asking 2 kids need how much? 2 kids need how much?
1 kg.
1 kg. Similarly here also. Now, this is something that we need, okay? This is something that we need. And this is something that we have. Whatever it is given, that is what we have here. Now, you will tell me, we need how much O2 for 2 moles? 1 mole of O2. So we have oxygen more than needed or less than needed? O2 is more than needed. So this much is how much we have. You have 8 kg of biryani, right? You have 8 kg of biryani. And you need how many kgs of biryani? Only 1 kg, na? Similarly here also, you need only 1 mole of O2, but how many moles of O2 do you have? 8 moles. So tell me, we have O2 more than needed or less than needed?
More than required.
More than needed. Very good. O2 more than needed. That is why what we can say, some O2 will be unreacted. Correct? Because
Yes,
we have
sir.
more than here, some O2 will be unreacted. And also we can say that H2 will get completely consumed. Yes or no? H2 will get completely consumed.
Yes, sir.
Then what will be the limiting reagent? Which is the limiting reagent? H2 or O2?
H2.
H2 is limiting reagent. Okay. So once we have written the need statement will let you know about what? The limiting reagent. Need statement will let you know about the limiting reagent. After that, we will write the form statements. After that, I will write the form statements. In form statements, what happened? Again, in form statement, according to the chemical equation. Okay, according to the chemical equation. According to chemical equation, we will start with the limiting reagent. We have limiting reagent what? H2, na? H2 is the limiting reagent, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, 2 moles of H2, according to the chemical equation, 2 moles of H2 will form dash moles of H2O. According to the equation, how many moles of H2O? How many moles of H2O? Dash moles
2 moles.
of H2O, right? 2 moles of H2O. So we have already how much? 2 moles of H2 is there, and how many moles of H2O will be formed? 2 moles. This is your answer. Amount of H2O formed is equal to how much? 2 moles. And mass of H2O formed will be equal to 2 mole into the molar mass, that is 18 grams per mole. Small numbers and the small will cancel each other out, and we will get 36 grams. Okay, so please copy this. We will do one more question, okay? Because we had so much interruption in between. I understand it. There will be some fractions in this concept that will be missing. So we will fill that gap in the next question, okay? So let me know if you're done writing this slide. Then I can move to the next slide.
Yes, I wrote this.
So you have written this, okay. What about this one?
Yeah.
You have written this one also? Okay. Let us do another question. Now, please write. 2 grams of H2 reacts with 8 grams of O2. Reacts with 8 grams of O2. What amount of H2O will be formed? What amount of H2O will be formed? Okay. Now, before getting into the solution, can you make a guess by looking at the masses of hydrogen and oxygen, which will be limiting reagent? Take a guess. Yes, Heshma?
It
There will be something na, that you should be thinking ye ho sakta. I mean, this could be the limiting reagent. Is there any guess or you don't have any guess? If you don't have any guess, that's also fine.
no, I don't have any guess.
You don't have any guess. Okay, fine. Okay. Then we will start with the chemical reaction. So the chemical reaction is 2H2 plus O2 will give me 2H2O. Okay. Now, this is the chemical reaction we have written. Now, you will tell me, should we determine the limiting reagent in this question or should we not? Do we have to determine the limiting reagent?
No.
Okay, what is the condition? When do we determine the limiting reagent and when we not?
We have to.
Have to, no? Okay, very good. You forget or what happened? Why did you answer like this? I've been given 2 grams.
I looked at the equation and then...
No, not in the equation. You will always look at the question here. Okay, equation is something that we have written. No, the question is not. Questioner is not giving me the equation. Equation is what ideally it happens. Now, whatever we do in terms of moles, right? We do in terms of moles. So first of all, what we will do, we will calculate the number of moles that is in 2 grams of H2 and that is in 8 grams of O2. So first of all, for calculating the number of moles of H2, this will be equal to the given mass divided by the molar mass, right? Number of moles is equal to, whenever you have number of moles, you have 3 options. Either the mass will be given, the volume of gas will be given, or either the number of molecules will be given. Here we have been given the mass. So the given mass is 2 grams. And the molar mass of H2 is how much? 2 grams, right? 2 grams per mole. So this will be equal to 1 mole. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Now, similarly, can you please guide me for number of moles of O2? This will be equal to, what will be the formula? What is the formula for number of moles?
Given mass by molar mass.
Given mass by molar mass, only if the mass is given, okay? We have been given 8 grams, that is mass. That is why we have plugged in this particular formula. Now, tell me what will be the given mass here?
8 grams.
8 grams. What is the molar mass of O2? Molar mass of O2?
32 grams per mole.
Very good. 32 grams per mole. So this grams and grams will cancel out each other and we will get 1/4 moles. Correct?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, 1/4 moles. Now, once we have got the mass, what statements will we write? We will write the need statements. Now, in the need statement, the first statement is written according to the chemical equation. So I will write 2 mole of H2 needs how many moles of O2?
1 mole.
Very good. 1 mole of O2. Now, after that, unitary method. So 1 mole of H2. 1 mole of O2. Sorry, 1 mole of H2. One mole of H2 needs how many moles of O2?
1/2 moles.
1/2 mole, okay? 1/2 mole of O2. Now, as we can see, we don't need to go further because 1 mole of H2 is what we have come across in the need statement. And also 1 mole of O2 is what is given to us, right? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now you tell me, for 1 mole of H2, we need how many moles of O2? Half moles, na?
Yes.
So O2 is more than needed. And how much O2 do we have? 1/4 mole. So O2 is more than needed or less than needed?
Less than needed.
Less than needed, na? So if it is O2 is less than needed, that means O2 will be completely consumed.
Yes.
Yes or no? You have any doubt?
No.
Okay, very good. Consumed. If O2 is completely consumed, what is the limiting reagent?
O2.
O2 is the limiting reagent. So after the need statement and after we have identified the limiting reagent, what do we write? The form statements, right?
Yes.
The form statements. Now in form statements, what do we do? According to the chemical equation. According to chemical equation, we will start with the limiting reagent, right? We will start with the limiting reagent. So we have O2 and we will form H2O from O2. This H2 hydrogen, it does not have any role in the production of the water because limiting reagent determines the amount of product formed. That is why we will write according to the chemical equation, how many moles of O2 will give me how many moles of H2O. Can you please write this? Tell me that. I'm writing the equation here. Yes, now tell me. According to the chemical equation, how many moles of O2 will give me how many moles of H2O?
1 mole of O2 will give 2 moles of H2O.
1 mole of H2 will form 2 mole of
So
H2.
1 mole of O2.
Sorry. Thank you for reminding me. Now, part of my brain is very much consciously worrying about the internet connection. So there will be some glitches. Okay. Now, how many moles of O2 do we have?
1/4.
So 1/4 mole of O2 will form 1/4 into 2, right?
Yes.
Yes, unitary method. Now, you don't have any doubts in this?
None.
In this step? Okay, very good. H2. So this will be how much? This will be 1/2 mole of H2O. Now what we can write? Amount of, this is the amount. Formed is equal to 1/2 mole and mass of H2O. Formed is equal to the number of moles, that is 1/2, into the molar mass, that is 18 grams per mole. This is only 1 mole now. So this mole inverse and moles will cancel out. So we will get 9 grams as the answer. The mass of H2O.
So can you show me the previous slide?
Yes, sir.
So can you show the next one?
So whatever question you will get, you will first write the, you will first of all write the
Need statements.
need statement, form statement. But before that, you have to have the number of moles, and you have to have the chemical equation, right? The balanced chemical equation, number of moles, and only then you can proceed to the need statements. From need statements, you will get the limiting reagent, and from limiting reagent, then you will run the reaction, and then you will form the products according to the limiting reagent, and then you will get the amount of product. Now, also remember that you will only find the limiting reagent when the amounts of 2 or more reactant is given. Now, if the amount of only 1 reactant is given, then you won't find the limiting reagent. Okay.
Okay, sir. Done, sir.
Done. Great. Calculate the amount of, wait a second. Salman, you have half an hour more, na?
Yes, sir. I just joined for waiting. Okay.
Okay, you just joined. Okay, fine. Achha, he left only. Calculate the amount of product form. Calculate the amount of CO2 formed by the combustion of let us say 8 grams of CH4. Okay, by the combustion of 8 grams of CH4. Two things you have to keep in mind. The first thing is that what is combustion? Combustion is a reaction with oxygen. So we have CH4, that is methane, it will react with O2. Okay. Now, whenever you have a hydrocarbon, right? A hydrocarbon means any species, any compound which has only carbon and hydrogen. And when you combust it, that means when you react it with oxygen, you will get carbon dioxide. Because carbon will react with oxygen, it will give you carbon dioxide. Hydrogen will react with oxygen and it will give you what? Hydrogen will react with oxygen and it will give you what?
Water.
Water. Very good. Now we need to balance this. So here we have 2 oxygens and here we have, okay, let me write 2 here and 4, it is okay. And then 2 here also. Now it is balanced, right? Say yes or no? Is it balanced?
Yes.
Okay. Now you will tell me, do I need to calculate the limiting reagent? Do I need to determine the limiting reagent? Yes or no?
No, because only amount of CH4 is given.
Yes, only amount of CH4 is given. And most of the time combustions when it is there, na? So combustion happens in open systems, and in open system, you don't have the amount of oxygen that is controlled amount of oxygen. So air has, I don't know how much amount of oxygen, right? So you have ample amount of oxygen. Oxygen will never be less for you. Whatever amount is present, that is of CH4, and that will be reacting here. Okay, so for CH4, we will first of all calculate the number of moles. And for CH4, it is equal to given mass by molar mass. So what is the given mass? It is 8 grams. The molar mass is how much? Carbon has 12. Hydrogen will have 4. That is 16 grams per mole. This grams and grams will cancel out each other and we will get, okay, we have 8 grams now. So this will be 4 2s and 4 3s. So it'll be 2 by 3, right?
So it's 12 or 16?
16. Also 8 grams. 12 plus 4, it will be 16 grams per mole. So grams and grams will cancel out each other. We will get 1 by 2 mole. So now we don't have to calculate the limiting reagent. So directly we will write the form statements. Now Informed statements according to the chemical chemical equation that we have. But where will we start from? Will we start from CH4 will give me how much carbon dioxide, or we will start O2 will give me how much H2O, or how much carbon dioxide? What should I do? How should I write it? Should I write 1 mole of CH4 gives 1 mole of CO2, or should I write 2 moles of O2 gives 1 mole of CO2?
Should write both?
No, we will write only what is given, na? You can only write only about one thing, because CH4 is given. CH4 will be determined. See, oxygen is the ample amount. Oxygen is unlimited, right? So only CH4 is something that is that will be limiting, right? Because CH4 is, we have been given CH4, so we will do the reaction according to CH4. So according to the chemical reaction, we have 1 mole of CH4 gives 1 mole of CO2. Next, what should I write next? Yes, Reshma, what should 1 by 2 mole of CH4 forms 1 by 2 mole of CO2. So amount is equal to 1 by 2 mole. Mass is equal to the number of moles, that is 1 by 2. Mole into 44 grams per mole. Grams, sorry, not grams, rather mole and mole will cancel out each other. I will get 22 grams. Okay.
Done, sir.
And this, you will do this question, okay? Calculate the amount of NH3 formed when 7 grams of nitrogen reacts with, and 7 grams of nitrogen reacts with 6 grams of H2. So they give you the chemical equation.
Yes, sir.
Yes. So what are the reactants? N2 plus H2. It will give you what? NH3. Right. Now you can balance it. Yes or no? Can you balance it?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So balance it. Then you will tell me the answer directly. Okay. The amount of NH3 that is formed. But before that, you will tell me the number of moles of nitrogens, number of moles of hydrogen. Then you will tell me the limiting reagent also. And after you have determined the limiting reagent, then you will tell me the amount of product formed. Okay. Step by step, you will be reporting to me.
Okay. So 1/4 moles of N2 and 3 moles of H2.
Very good. Correct. Now, what do you have to? Need statements, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So nitrogen is the limiting reagent.
Very good. Correct. So you will tell me the amount of NH3 formed, right?
Amount of NH3 is 1/2 moles.
Okay, yeah, correct. And the mass?
(17/2).
Yeah, very good, correct. That's right. Correct. Now, we will do one question which is very important, and it is also in the NCERT at the end. So please write. Question. We have calcium carbonate, CaCO3, reacts with HCl by following reaction. Okay, so the reaction is we have CaCO3. Okay, now this CaCO3 is one thing. Okay, it's not two different. I've written it so far apart. CaCO3, yeah, plus HCl. It will give you CaCl2 plus H2O plus CO2. Now let me balance this reaction. We have 2 here, and one carbon, one Ca, one Ca, 2 Cl2, 2 Cl2, oxygen has 3, yeah, 3 oxygen. Yeah, just balance. Okay, CaCO3 reacts with HCl by following reaction. The question is what mass of CaCO3 is required to react completely with 25 ml of 0.75 molar HCl. This is the question. Okay, this is the question. Now, are you done writing the question?
Yes, sir.
Now, in this question, they have asked what mass of CaCO3 is required, because CaCO3 is solid. Okay, what mass of CaCO3 is required to react completely with 25 ml of 0.75 molar HCl. Now, we will have to find the need statements here, because we are dealing with the reactants here, right? We're dealing with the reactants here, and we need to form how much should be required, right? So need, right? We have to write the need statement, because here it is the word that is required. But before the need statement, we do all the reaction in terms of moles or mass or volume or concentration. We do all the chemical reaction. We calculate the amount of reactant and product in terms of moles, no? Yes, Ishma? We do everything in terms of moles. So from here, we have been given 25 ml of 0.75 molar HCl. Now we have to calculate how much mole is this one. 25, for example, if we have grams, then we can directly divide it by molar mass. But here we have the concentration of the solution and also the volume. So we know that molarity is equal to what? Can you remind me the formula for molarity? What is molarity equal to?
Number of moles of solute.
Yeah, divided by
mass of solvent in kg.
Volume, molarity, capital M, na? Capital M. Okay, molarity is volume in liters. Okay, now the number of, so we can also write, rearranging this number of moles will be equal to the molarity into the volume. So what is the molarity given? 0.75 into what is the volume given? It is 25 ml, but we will write it 25 1000, and this will give you the so let me write it like this. It will be better to write like this. You have 0.75 moles per liter into 25 liter divided by 1000, right? Because 25 ml, that will be 25 divided by 1000 liters. So we'll have liter inverse and liter inverse will cancel out each other. You will get 0.75 into 25 divided by 1000 moles. Okay, divided by 1000 moles. Now, my habit is that I don't solve the fraction wherever I get this fraction. I solve everything at the end. Okay, everything at the end. Why? Because sometimes you have this chances, a little chance of canceling things, right? We have a little chance of canceling things. So we have got the number of moles here, right? We have got the number of moles. We'll directly write the need statement. According to the need statement, this 2 mole of HCl needs how much CaCO3? 2 mole of HCl needs
1 mole of CaCO3.
Yeah, 1 mole of CaCO3. So 1 mole of HCl needs 1/2 mole of CaCO3, right? 1 mole of HCl needs 1/2 mole of CaCO3. If I have 0.75 into 25 divided by 1000, mole of HCl needs 0.75 into 25 upon 1000 into 1/2 mole of CaCO3. So the amount will be equal to 0.75 into 25 divided by 1000 into 2, right? Divided by 1000 into 2. So let me just calculate this, and this will be equal to this will be equal to 9.375 into 10 to the power minus 3 moles, okay, into 10 to the power minus 3 moles. This is the moles of CaCO3 that is required. Now, if we look at the mass will be equal to the number of moles, that is 9.375 into 10 to the power minus 3 into the molar mass of the CaCO3. This is the mole into 100 grams per mole, which is the 100 grams per mole. So here this mole and this mole inverse will cancel out each other. And if you look at the answer, it will be 9.375 into 10 to the power minus 3 into 100. So this will be 9.375 into 10 to the power minus 1 in grams. So it will be equal to 0.9375 grams. Okay. So please copy this. Let me know when you're done. Copy this from here. Copy this from here.
Sir, can I leave because the prayer time is about to get over?
Oh, copy this and leave. We are at the end of the class now. This is the last question that we are going to do. So have you copied?
I took a screenshot. Will that work?
Just screenshot. Okay, fine. That's cool. Okay, thank you.
Sir, can you show me the last slide?